Welcome back to the channel. What I have for you today is the Eventlab Showdown. Every Sunday I get the Eventlabs from the festival playlist together, play them, rate them, see which one is the best. And this week is a little bit of an anomaly. We have 0 Eventlabs featured in the festival playlist. Last week we had 2. You see them right here. Next week, none. Spring, we have 1. Okay, so this is a weird series, but what I'm going to do to start this off is we're going to go over to the Creative Hub and we're going to see some of the Eventlabs that I've missed out on as of late. We came here a couple weeks ago. Check this out. So here's where you go if you want to jump into all of the newest stuff. They have pages and pages. You can go to Playground Games Editor's Choice, Trending Today, Best of the Month, All-Time Greats, New, whatever. You can follow your favorite creators here so you can stay up to date on what they have coming out. You can go into their their page or their hub. Another great reference for all these Eventlabs or resource is the Forza Creators Guild, and that's best represented and accessed through Discord. They have their own server there, but I guess you could search FCG here and get some of those. But just perusing these couple we have here, I'm going to pick 2, and the 2 that I think are interesting, or most interesting to me to pit against each other, is 1, the Qually Day Dry, and then we have this other rally over here, the Cliffhanger Rally. So actually, let's jump into this one first because I don't feel like going all the way back the other way. And sometimes with these Eventlabs, you get just like a wide open selection like this. Now, if they're in the festival playlist, usually it has a restriction of a performance index level and then a certain category. Let's do that. Let's jump in here. Let's say A800 and let's say Rally Monsters. We'll go there and see what's available. So we have these couple of rides. For this one, let's jump into, weirdly enough, the Opal. This one's actually pretty good. Not much to look at unless you're into that sort of thing. Cliffhanger Rally from PHRAYZ. All right, here we go. So it looks like we need to start off with a sharp turn to the right. There we go. Now, I don't think I've played this before. This seems all new to me. A little e-braking around this tight. Whoa. Whoa. And I didn't hit any of it. Oh my gosh. I think A was a good category, especially for as tight as that was. With S1, you get so much speed. So much more performance. With these are a little constrained. My dog is climbing in my lap. Calm down, Jake. I'm filming a video. There we go. Back to it. This is kind of crazy. I wonder, only 13%. Lord. That's a lot. That's a lot left to go. Okay. Cliffhanger. Definitely on theme, on brand right here. Oof. I'm going to try and not fall off. There's Tank. What's up, Tank? This is crazy. This is crazier than I thought it would be. This should be featured on a festival playlist, but we're not going to have any new ones, so it's never going to happen again. Oh, I massively hit the wall. Wow. That'll stop you dead in your tracks. Jump. Nice. Man, they are hitting all the check boxes here. You've got to have a lot of creativity, which we have. You know, you got to use a lot of the resources that are available to you in the Eventlab, system. You got to have a strong theme, and then you got to have fun. You got to have jumps. You got to have, I don't know, those switchbacks between the tires. Even though that's not like super fun. Oh, I let myself down there. I like those challenging aspects that are different from what we have in regular Forza. There we go. That was much better. A little more spirited through there with some e-brake. And now we're over halfway through. This would be fun to race again. Try to get a good time with your friends. It seems to me it's not really a race against other people type of race. It's kind of a rally stage, and one person goes, and then you wait a couple minutes, and then somebody else goes. How did I miss a checkpoint? I beg to differ. Seriously. How did I? See, man, I think it's just messing up. Sometimes it will tell you that. Alright, 69%. We'll see if it does progress here. Getting caught on the wall. It's always fun. Alright, we are progressing, so that's good. I hate when it gives you the erroneous you missed a checkpoint. Alright, up a steep section here. There's no way we should be going that fast up that. Oh, that's trying to catch you guys up. I let off at the top just because I don't like those blind, I don't know, crests? I was going to say corners, but that's not right. Man, this is fun. This is kind of tricky. I think we've played one similar to this before, but not this. Another jump. Way high in the air. Up here on top of the mountain range. Oh. I'm sure you could do this faster. I'm being a little cautious. Coming up towards the end here. 3.5 minutes in. Fully on it, all-wheel drive, grabbing the e-brake. No crashes that were crazy, you know. Didn't fall off anything. That's the finish, and it didn't even have... I just went for it. I was like, oh, okay. This one says with checkpoints. Could you imagine not having checkpoints and then falling? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're back. We're in Mexico. We're chilling here. We've just completed our Eventlab. We have our findings. Now let's jump into this one here. This one looks like, yeah, it is in the Rally Adventure. I don't think we get too many Eventlabs there. I didn't even really know it was possible. All right, we are here. Rally Adventure. We're going to pick our car. For this one, we do have a restriction. So I'm going to sort by performance class. And you see what we have here. For me, let's use the Civic Coupe. I was just talking about this yesterday with my youngest. He's like, man, it sucks that all the cars you have in real life, they don't really have in the game. I'm like, yeah, they have, you know, a 2-door version, a crazy rally version of my 4-door SI. And then they don't have any EG hatches. They have EKs. They have an 86 Ford F-150 instead of a 96. And they have a 71 Cyclone instead of a 69. Dang. Here we go. Now, we're already dirty somehow. I don't know how that's possible. But this thing's pretty good. I'm trying to get the radio station off. There we go. Back to it. We're in 9th place. Now, I do play a little bit up here in the Rally Adventure. Let's see if this is any different than just kind of the regular races you get up here. Now, of course, it's going to be a different layout and things like that. So it's not going to be the same. We did have a restriction, which helps. That adds to the difficulty. Can't just use whatever you want. But these S1 900 rally monsters are forces to be reckoned with, man. So fast. These are really handling all the ups and downs and turns quite well. Not a challenge at all. The good thing about these cars, it's like what you ask of them, they can do it, you know? They can go super fast. They can take the corners, the jumps, the braking. They have it all. Kind of in A-Class, you start to get a taste of it. But some of your builds, there's FCG on the side there. Some of your builds are going to be lacking when you're trying to cram everything you want in the A800 to have a really rounded out ride. Now that is different. That as well. Oh my gosh. I just made a light post jump into the air. Sometimes you hit gates in regular races, but not often. Is that big hill of sand or whatever supposed to be there? That was a fun turn. We get laps here, so we are coming up on our 2nd lap, and I kind of like this. This is a fun little course. All around the quarry. We're getting it in. The helicopter showing a great view, I guess, that we'll never see, but also just kicking up tons of dust. Not a fan of that. Let's see if we can get a better lap time than that 143 we just ran. So this track is pretty wide open. You have a lot of room to run for a rally, but then you get into that section where we ran through. There's another FCG. where we ran through backhoes or whatever, excavators, and then we hit some gates. So that was a tough little section there. Another FCG. How did I miss all these? I do like the large equipment parked all around. That's cool. Trying to stay with it here. And here we go. See, that's a tough thing right there. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna redo that. So maybe I shouldn't cut this corner. That last one was fine, but right here, you really want to bring it into the inside, slow up a good bit. There we go. Now that was nice. Already busted down all the gates. They stay busted. That's cool. Let's see by how many seconds we're faster this time. We ran a 143. Not even going to be a 140. 136. Now, the really tough task would be to go faster again. So let's see. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know if we can improve. That was a great lap. I'm just going to try to keep it moving, keep my momentum up, and be really smooth. I feel like we slowed up there. I wish I had some more traction. Maybe this thing with off-road tires would do better. See here, we're not hitting any asphalt, so we don't really need those rally tires. And I can handle well enough. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I can handle well enough on asphalt with off-road tires. I don't really need the rally. It's a weird tire these days. I like it, but off-road situations, I'd rather have the more aggressive, the more damaging off-road tire. Alright, so we're going to cut this corner like we did. Stay to the left. And then here, inside, we didn't... I was going to say we didn't have to rewind. We sure did. Okay. So we're going in. Man, this is just such a tight run. Maybe a little faster through there. If we picked anything up, I don't know. I feel like if we're smoother, we're going to be better. 130 there. Oh my gosh, we got it. Wow. I think it was a 134.7 for best lap. Just under 5 minutes for the whole thing. Guys, these were actually some good Eventlabs. 134.7. Give it a like. Just to happen upon lucky. You know what I mean? So, we can't go to the festival playlist to check on these Eventlabs. We're going to have to go here. And let me think a bit. Some of the great aspects from this one here from Revolver 5848, which I think we've played before. We've played some from that creator. The Qually, Day Dry. I don't know if that means Qually or Quarry. I'm a little confused. We are in the Rally Adventure, which doesn't happen often with Eventlabs. That's cool. S1900 Rally Monsters, another great check mark to this one. And the course was super fun. I wanted to race again. When I got done that first lap, it wasn't too long. I was ready. It's like, okay, I know what's ahead of me now. Let's do it again. Let's see if we can do it faster. That's always fun for me. The lap races, that's what I do to keep it interesting. I try to just hot lap and beat my last time. And then we did get those sections with a little bit of whimsy. You know, we had the excavators. It was super tight. The gates, you're busting through. We had the FCG off to the side. Even though you're in the Rally Adventure and it kind of looks like a regular race, there were a lot of custom touches you just might not have noticed. Now, to bring up PHRAYZ Cliffhanger Rally with checkpoints, this one, we gave it kind of an arbitrary A800 Rally Monster, which was great in and of itself because of how the other one, the direction it went. But with that car, just luckily, it was a great match for this course. This thing is a very tight, narrow, high-stakes rally hill climb, if you will. I definitely say technical is a good word for it, but use the one with checkpoints first. Man, that would be frustrating. If you get all the way to the top and then you crash and have to start all over at the beginning, that would be absolutely crazy. Some of the things I loved about this one, though, was all of the difficult sections that were still fun. I'm really torn because this is kind of difficult to pick one. I mean, you just had an immense amount of work that went into this one and all that, but to be honest, I really don't want to do this because I really appreciate this one. But today's win is, for me, going to go to the Qually. This one, it was more fun when it came down to it. And I know that's the point of the other one, to be, a little difficult and this one was difficult in a fun way. And I don't know, maybe it was the faster cars that really got it for me. But there you go. There's your winner. Congratulations to Revolver 5848. Even though it doesn't say, it wasn't an FCG creation. Real quickly, as I leave you guys today, let me jump in here to the festival playlist. Remember, we have just a couple more days to win this Guide or Spider and a Horizon Backstage Pass. Of course, we have our series rewards, which you guys should be working towards those as well. And I'm going to be back on Wednesday with all of these daily challenges, except for Party Like It's 2014, because we've already done that on the first day of the festival playlist. It's going to be fun. We'll see if there's anything else here we need, and we'll get ready for the winter dry season. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. I'm still trying to push for that 1,000. We're slowly getting there. I just got another notification today. Shout out to Omul. Hope I'm saying that right. Newest subscriber to the channel. So if you guys haven't already, please do so. We're trying to get to 1,000. If you have already, you guys are the real ones. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Later.